a shot of Times Square and Broadway, and I just can't get over how they split up. I'm one of those who doesn't like the split on the street, you know.
You don't?
I don't, no.
What's
no.
the matter
because
with
I think
you?
it's a waste of the street.
Well, but there's community, and people sit at those tables.
He doesn't like community.
Those people sit at the tables 2 months a year. The rest of the time, it's vacant and empty.
I'm prejudiced because it's right out in front of the Good Morning America studio.
Yeah.
So it just means we have more to
people there,
celebrate
sure.
in the summer.
I noticed that they began to bring people into that studio from the street rather than standing out behind the glass. Now they're inside a
Yeah,
little.
we're able to do that now.
Why don't you pop for a couple of chairs and let them sit down? Since you're worried about community.
You can take those chairs from outside that nobody's using.
Nobody's using
10 months out of the year.
In, have a good
You
time.
and I are going to meet down there.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're going to meet down there, and I am going to teach you
Oh, this is getting
love
good.
of humanity.
Are you going
at
to
Times
kiss
Square.
him on the mouth again?
No. Let's not talk about it
That was
anymore.
my favorite moment of television.
Just one of those two adult people got carried away.
I mean, it
got
was so
carried away.
passionate.
You know how it is.
It was filled with
You
passion.
see him and you just lose your mind. And
That's one way of putting it.
But it was really a heck of a kiss. Really was.
It was a heck
I've been
of a
kissed
kiss.
before, you know.
Right.
But that had a little inspiration behind
How
it.
often has this happened to you when you think it's a joke and then suddenly you're in the middle of
No, it's
something
not.
and you
It was-
realize you've gone way too far and you can't get out and
He
you
never
can't get
thought it
in.
was a
Excuse
joke.
me, you thought it was a joke? Did you think it was a joke? After all these years, you're telling me it's a joke. Am I a joke?
Something happened in the middle, you know, orange flashes,
Tell me
the
the truth.
music swelled.
But you enjoyed it. I could tell.
I did enjoy
Yeah,
it.
because I felt the passion.
I did enjoy it. I
felt
did.
the heat.
Right. I felt like one of those scenes in the movies, you know, where they take that camera and circle around you.
Yeah.
well,
sure.
the camera had time to do that. That's how long the kiss was.
Well, as I say, we couldn't, neither one of us could get out. We're so startled.
So much in love, too. But anyway, what did Mike say about that?
You know,
Has he
he
ever seen
forgave
this?
you.
Did he?
Yeah,
That's
he
good,
really
'cause I
did.
see him every now and
He
then.
He
Not
understands
Diane.
animal magnetism.
That's it.
And he knows that I couldn't resist, but he forgave you.
Well, every time I see him, I kind of crouch down because I feel like he's
He's
thinking
so
about
dangerous, right?
Oh, gosh. Now, you've been on the road a lot during this show.
I have been on
down
the
to
road.
Haiti, been over to Afghanistan.
Yes.
What was Haiti like when you first hit the beach there?
Unimaginable.
Really?
Yes, you know,
That's what they say.
It took us so long to get in. That morning along, I came in from Afghanistan, which is a trip in and of itself to try to get there. And then we got in the morning. We've been up all 2 nights running, and it took us 3 tries. We took a helicopter, which didn't take off. Then I took a plane, which went there and came back. And then we got on what somebody called the Tinker Toy helicopter. And we got on a teeny helicopter, and he managed to skirt us in and get us in. And then what you saw on the ground was suffering and courage at a level you can't imagine.
What do people say to you when they see you? Did they know that you're there to tell their story?
They did, and you know what was so moving in the beginning days before the need became so desperate, and they realized it was going to be days before even water got to a lot of these locations. People would offer you what they had, and they really did just say to you, please make sure they know that we're human too, that we're human, that we have families, and passing you notes saying, can you just get a note to the person I know and tell them
kidding.
I'm all right.
Were you able to do that sometimes?
We were able to do that.
Oh, good for you.
We were able to do that.
So, Afghanistan,
Yes.
what do you think? Are we going to stay there forever? Is it going to be 10 years of slogging through that thing, or should we get out? Or
Well, you know, most people think this is a critical year, and to see how the surge works. And the battle that is underway right now is a real forecast of how the surge could work. And they think maybe, our correspondent told us last night, another 15 days in this one area. But when I was there with General McChrystal, who's in charge, and we went out to some of the battlefield areas. And once again, the American troops, the Afghan troops too, they're taking the most casualties in a lot of areas in this war.
I'm glad they're there with them, you know.
Yes, and these young American troops and what they are doing day in and day out when we get up in the morning, simply reminds you how of the enormous strength that comes from all parts of this
When you
country.
see the written about the casualties and the ages of the casualties, that's when you
18,
forget how
I know.
young these soldiers are.
19, 20, and again, it's what they do.
Yeah.
When you talk to them, it's just what they do. They do it for the right reasons, and it's very moving to be there with them.
They really are something, no doubt about it. And so are you.
Thank
so
you.
now what is your date? Are you going to go back to the newsroom?
Yes, I'm taking my red cup because I love my red cup.
Is that your
do you
lucky
have like
red-
talismans in the morning, things you have to have? You have to have your...
You're very ritualistic. You have to have your orange juice with your vodka in it before you come out.
Right. But doesn't everybody really?
Yeah, but he likes to pour it in himself. He doesn't trust anybody else to do it.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you tonight at 6:30 on ABC. The World News with Diane Sawyer. Thanks, Diane. Thanks so much, baby. Ambush makeover. Coming up next.